Let me tell you about Big Black Joe. I wonder where Big Black Joe is. Um, Several years ago, more than 5 years ago, whenever you're watching this, more than 5 years ago, um, I had the opportunity to meet this guy, Big Black Joe. 6'7", college student, had got cut from his football team, and this guy was 6'7", and he was a receiver, and he had a backpack on, glasses. Well, I'm saying he has wild hair. He had wild hair, backpack on, a backpack with a stuffed animal coming out of it. I mean, I was profiling this motherfucker. Let me tell you about Big Black Joe. And we went to go watch. I ran into Big Black Joe on the campus, and he wanted to go check out the football team because he wanted to play football. And he's down there. The team that he wants to play on, he's staring down the players like it's the 7th game of the World Series, except for it's football. So it's like the Super Bowl. He's staring down the players that he wants to play on the team. And he's just like totally intensely looking at it. And the players are like looking at it. They're at practice. They're like looking at him and shit. And they're like, who the fuck is this? And I'm like, this is Big Black fucking Joe. And then in just a moment, we're sitting there and I'm talking to Big Black Joe, and I'm just like, dude, I know his name was Joe, but I called him Big Black Joe because he was big and black. That may be a little racist, but I'm just black. I mean, not small, but I'm not necessarily big. So, going back to the story, and I go to Big Black Joe and I said, you know what? You're like all totally intense here, like it's the 7th game of the World Series or the Super Bowl, and you're like so intense, like just staring these people down. It's a waste of energy. I go, you haven't even filled out the paperwork yet. Tears immediately. Just tears. That's all I said to him. Tears. So I wrote this poem that's below. Humble and Hungry. Because he talked about at Notre Dame, because I guess he had traveled on another college. At Notre Dame, it said humble and hungry. Humble and hungry. But he wasn't congruent with that. And he knew it. That's why he went to tears. Tears and walked away. Tears and walked away and everything. And I tell people, they don't think it. They don't think I'm confident a lot of times. I come across probably confident in the videos and everything, and probably cocky in the videos because it's more entertaining. But a lot of times people don't think that I can bring it because I'm just like, there's no reason to like be at practice the first day of practice and be like totally intense. There's no reason to be in a meeting and just be like, type of thing. Oh, I can bring it. You're trying to freaking overcompensate and prove it. Dude, I know I can bring it. I freaking know I can bring it. I remember having a conversation with a student for a long period of time that he's like, I don't think you can improv and I don't think you can be funny. I was like, dude, take your fucking camera outside and I will show you that I can improv on a dime and I can be funny. And at the end of the day, we're going to do it. But he wanted to have a fucking conversation of it. I don't have time for a motherfucking conversation. I do not. Big Black Joe, humble and hungry.